James Holt, a retired Atlanta cop, finally gets his dream house, gorgeous pool and all. He's hauling in patio chairs when he catches Linda Grayson, his HOA nightmare, sashaying through his gate like HOA Karen owns it. Designer swimsuit on, towel slung over her arm. She dips her toes in his pool and lounges like a queen. James rolls up, calm but firm. "Ma'am, what are you doing?" She jumps, all fake shock. "Oh, I thought you're the pool guy. Old owners let me swim." Then that smug smile hits, dripping with attitude. Who's this Linda chick, and how's James gonna handle her entitled antics? Smash that like button. Let's hit 49 likes for this video and the channel, cause your support keeps me rolling. Thanks, y'all. The Atlanta sun hung high, a lazy haze shimmering over my new backyard, where the pool sparkled like a sheet of glass under the Georgia sky. I leaned back in my lounge chair, the woven straps creaking under me, a cold, sweet tea sweating in my hand. After 15 years pounding the beat as a cop, dodging bullets, breaking up bar fights, and clocking overtime till my bones ached, I'd finally cashed in every penny for this at 65, just retired. A 2-story slice of heaven in one of those upscale neighborhoods where the lawns look painted on. The house was a beauty, white siding crisp, windows wide. But that pool? That was the dream, clean and cool, whispering promises of quiet afternoons. I closed my eyes, letting the breeze brush my face, figuring this was what peace felt like. Then the sirens hit. They wailed sharp and sudden, slicing through the calm like a knife. My eyes snapped open, that old cop instinct kicking in, heart thumping, ears perked. 2 patrol cars screeched up, tires biting the curb, right in front of my fence. Doors flew open, and out stepped Officers Brooks and Torres, guys I'd shared coffee with on midnight shifts, hands resting easy on their holsters. "James Holt," Brooks called, voice firm but familiar, cutting through the hum of cicadas. "Got a report, suspicious guy trespassing in this pool area." I sat up, tea sloshing and knot twisting in my gut. Suspicious? Me? Here? I stood, bare feet warm on the patio stones, and caught a flicker through the corner of my eye, Linda Grayson, my next-door neighbor, peeking from her window. Curtains twitched, and there it was, that smug little smile, lips tight like she'd just won a prize. My blood simmered. I knew that look, trouble dressed up as concern, the kind I'd seen 100 times on the job. "Brooks, it's me, James," I said, stepping to the fence, hands up casual. "Ain't no trespasser here but me, and I own the place." Torres smirked, recognizing me now, but Brooks kept it straight. "Gotta check it out. Call came in hot." Rewind 2 months, and it all clicks. I'd rolled up to this house with a moving truck, sweat dripping, grinning like a kid at Christmas. After years of busting my hump, I nabbed this gem. The pool sealed the deal, pristine and blue, a postcard right out back. I was hauling in patio chairs when I first clocked her. Linda, perched up at her second-floor window, phone glued to her ear, staring like I was a stray dog wandering in. I waved, all neighborly, but she ducked behind those fancy curtains quick as a flash. Thought nothing of it. New guy. Folks get curious. Then my phone pinged next day while I was grabbing paint at the hardware store. Security cam alert. There she was on the footage, bold as brass, sashaying through my back gate like it was her driveway. Designer swimsuit hugging her, a plush towel slung over her arm. Pricey, the kind that screams money. She tossed down my chair, dipped her toes in my pool, and lounged like she'd built it herself. I sped home, tires humming, and caught her mid-dip, water rippling around her feet. "Ma'am, what are you doing?" I called, keeping it cool, cop voice steady. She jumped hand to chest, all fake shock. "Oh, I thought you were the pool guy. The old owners always let me swim." That smile crept up, sharp and condescending, like I was the help. "Name's James Holt. New owner," I said, firm but polite. "I'd appreciate you asking before coming in. This is my property." Her face twisted, a laugh bubbling out, nervous, edged with something nasty. "You? The owner?" She waved a hand, vague but loaded, the unspoken hanging thick. "Must be a mix-up. The realtor never said." She trailed off, eyes raking me over, and I felt it, That old sting I'd brushed off on the force too many times. No mix-up, Mrs. Grayson. I cut in, calm as steel. My house, my pool. Please leave. She scooped up her stuff, muttering, we'll see about that. Low and mean, a promise, not a goodbye. Back to now. Brooks and Torres lingered, radios crackling, Linda's curtains still twitching. Caller said a guy's been lurking. Matches your spot, Brooks said, glancing at her house. I smirked, bitter. Yeah, but I know who dialed. She's been at this since I moved in. Torres chuckled low. Sounds like a real peach. I nodded, tea forgotten, watching Linda's shadow shift. She thought she could rattle me. Ex-cop, new guy, whatever she pegged me as. She didn't know I'd faced worse than her petty games, or that I'd learned to play smarter. This was my pool, my piece, and she just kicked off a fight she wouldn't win. The patio tiles were still warm under my feet as Officers Brooks and Torres pulled away, their patrol cars rumbling down the street, red taillights fading into the Atlanta dusk. I stood there, sweet tea gone tepid in my hand, staring at Linda Grayson's house, those fancy curtains twitching like they had a pulse. Her smug little grin burned in my head. That HOA queen vibe she threw around like a badge. Calling the cops on me, on my pool, like I was some punk breaking curfew. 15 years on the force taught me plenty about folks like her. Entitled, loud, and counting on you to blink first. I didn't blink. I set the glass down, the clink sharp against the table, and headed inside, screen door banging behind me. The living room smelled of fresh paint and unpacked boxes, a mix of new beginnings and old grit. My phone buzzed, cam footage still saved, Linda's first trespass looping in my mind. That wasn't a one-off, it was her opening shot. Next morning, I woke to splashing, loud, messy like kids cannonballing. I rolled out of bed, curtains yanked back, and there she was, Linda, in my backyard with 4 pals in tow. Designer swimsuits flashing, laughter bouncing off the water. They'd turned my pool into their private club. Champagne glasses glinted on my patio table. My table, like they'd booked the place. I stepped out, barefoot on the grass, sun already baking the air. Y'all need to leave now, I said, voice steady, the kind I'd use to clear rowdy bars. Linda waved a hand, lounging in my chair, sunglasses perched low. Oh, don't be difficult, James. We're just having fun. This pool barely gets used anyway. Her friends froze, towels clutched tight, one muttering, Linda, said she had permission. I kept cool, years of de-escalation kicking in. No permission here, ma'am. Private property, final warning. Linda smirked, slow to stand, her crew shuffling out fast. Go ahead, call your cop buddies. She tossed over her shoulder, last to leave. My husband golfs with Captain Richards. That afternoon, I bolted the gate, metal clanging shut, and rigged cameras around the yard. Cop habit, document everything, trust nothing. Good thing, too, within days the app pinged again. Linda, testing the lock, peering through my windows, even jiggling a key, old owner spare probably. She didn't get in, but the nerve of it lit a slow burn in my chest. Then came the big one. I rolled up from the grocery store, bags in hand, to find 8 women sprawled by my pool. Linda's book club, wine glasses clinking, lounge chairs full, her voice cutting through. He's never here, such a waste. I dropped the bags, called the precinct, time to draw the line. Officers Brooks and Torres pulled up quick, tires crunching gravel. Mike, James. Brooks grinned, then clocked the scene. This kind. Linda flipped on the tears, hand to chest. Officers, thank God. This man's harassing us. We've always had pool rights with the old owners. Torres cut in sharp. Ma'am, Holt was one of ours, top notch. He says you're trespassing, you're gone. Her face went red, wine glass trembling as her crew bolted. Heels clicking, apologies mumbled. This isn't over, she hissed at me, storming off. You don't belong here. I'll make sure they know. She wasn't kidding. Next day, my newspaper vanished. Cam caught Linda swiping it at dawn, slippers flapping. Then the HOA emails hit. Complaints about my unkempt yard, pristine as it was. The Facebook group lit up. Suspicious activity at Holt's place. All anonymous. All her. I smirked, sipping coffee, watching her game unfold. She thought she'd wear me down. Petty jabs, cop calls, whispers. But I'd faced gangbangers tougher than her, and I'd learned patience. Quiet, steel-hard patience. That night, I sat on the couch, laptop humming, replaying every clip. Linda's gate rattling, her key fumbling, her smug strut. Evidence stacked high, but she'd keep coming. Her husband's golf buddy's shield holding her up. The pool outside glimmered under the moon. Still mine, still worth it. I'd moved here for peace, not war, but Linda'd picked the fight. She didn't know I'd spent years outsmarting crooks, or that I'd turned her game back on her. Next HOA meeting was circled on my calendar. Her turf, her rules. Fine. I'd play by them till I didn't have to. She'd pushed a cop too far, and I was just getting started. The morning sun crept over the Atlanta rooftops, painting my backyard gold. The pool shimmering quiet and still, like it was mocking the chaos Linda Grayson had dragged in. I stood at the kitchen counter, coffee brewing slow, the bitter smell curling through the air as I scrolled my phone. The HOA Facebook group was a war zone. Posts about suspicious behavior and my address. All vague, all dripping with Linda's fingerprints. My newspaper hadn't shown up again, third time this week, and the cam footage told the story. Her 6 a.m., snatching in her slippers, glancing around like a rookie thief. I smirked, sipping black coffee. She thought she was slick, but I'd seen better cons in lockup. Her game was escalating. Last night, I'd found my roses, pride of the yard, wilted, leaves curling like they'd been poisoned. Cam caught her at it. 11:47 p.m., sneaking over with a bottle, dumping plant killer under the moonlight. She'd shuffled back home, red top flashing, smug as ever. My jaw tightened, but I didn't storm over, not yet. 15 years on the force taught me evidence beats shouting every time. I saved the clip, added it to the pile. Her gate rattling, her pool parties, her newspaper grabs. Linda was building a case against herself, and I was happy to let her. The HOA meeting loomed that evening. Her turf, her chance to flex. I'd RSVP'd, phone charged, footage ready. Midday, I mowed the lawn, grass buzzing under the blades, sweat beating down my neck when my phone pinged. Another complaint. Holt's yard's a mess, lowers property values. My lawn gleamed, edges sharp as a razor, but there it was Linda's whining, signed concerned neighbor. I laughed, dark and low, wiping my hands on my shorts. She was desperate now, swinging wild. Fine, let her dig deeper. Dusk settled as I pulled up to the community center, brick building, all glass and fake charm. Inside, folding chairs squeaked, folks in polo shirts clutching wine spritzers. Linda held court near the front, red top crisp, black skirt swaying, chatting up a knot of HOA diehards. Her fan club, probably. I slipped in, ball cap low, taking a seat in the back. The room buzzed, small talk, clinking glasses, until Linda stepped up, voice syrupy with fake worry. I've got concerns about property values, she said, eyes flicking my way, sharp as a blade. Some recent changes in the neighborhood have spooked my buyers. The crowd shifted, murmurs rippling. I stood slow and easy, phone in hand. Funny you mentioned that, Mrs. Grayson. Got something to share. Her smile froze as I hit play, big screen behind her lighting up with a rose clip. There she was, 11:47 p.m., dousing my garden, caught in grainy night vision glory. Gasps bounced around. Someone dropped a glass, shattering loud. Care to explain why you're vandalizing my yard? I asked, voice calm, cop cool. Her face went white, then red, mouth flapping. I was checking for suspicious activity. Someone's been hitting properties. Yeah, I said, leaning in, and now we know who. Laughter broke out. Nervous, then bold, chairs scraping as folks turned on her. She sputtered, hands waving, but the room wasn't hers anymore. I sat back, arms crossed, letting it sink in. She'd swung big and missed. Her HOA cronies squirming, avoiding her glare. Meeting wrapped fast after that, folks filing out, whispering, shooting me nods. Linda stormed off, heels clicking, but I knew she wasn't done. Corner dogs bite hardest. Next morning, I stepped outside, coffee in hand, air thick with humidity, and stopped cold. My pool was a mess, bubbles frothing, water cloudy, a faint soap stink wafting up. Linda'd hit back, hard, petty overnight. I checked the cams, 3 a.m., her slipping through, dumping dish soap like a kid pranking a fountain. She'd scurried off, smug again, thinking she'd won this round. My fists clenched, coffee sloshing, but then I grinned, slow, dangerous. She wanted to play dirty? I'd play smarter. Years on the force, I'd picked up tricks. Old partner once busted a guy with itching powder, legal stuff, harmless but hellish. I dug through my contacts, found a supplier, pool-safe chemical, reacts with fancy sunscreen, turns skin into an itch fest for days. Not toxic, not permanent, just pure, scratching misery. I ordered it, overnight shipping, mind spinning. Linda loved my pool. Kept sneaking in, kept slathering that pricey lotion. Perfect. She'd get her swim. All right, with a twist she'd never forget. The app pinged. Her, on her porch, phone to ear, plotting loud. He's out Saturdays. Bring your swimsuits. I laughed low and quiet. Game on, Linda. She just set her own trap. The Atlanta air hung thick and sticky, morning sun glinting off my pool, still frothy from Linda Grayson's soap stunt, bubbles popping slow like a taunt. I stood on the patio, coffee steaming in my hand, replaying the cam footage. 3 a.m., her sneaking in, red top flashing as she dumped dish soap and bolted. She thought she'd scored a point, thought her HOA clout and husband's golf buddies would shield her. My jaw tightened, but a grin crept up, sharp, ready. 15 years on the force. I'd learned bullies like her don't stop till you make it. That itching chemical was on its way, and Linda was about to scratch her way into a lesson she'd never shake. The package hit my doorstep by noon. Small, plain, a vial of clear liquid inside. Pool safe, non-toxic, designed to catch leaks, but mix it with fancy sunscreen, and it'd turn skin into an itch factory for days. I tested it in a bucket with some of Linda's leftover lotion, pricey stuff she'd abandoned on my chairs. A drop of each, and it fizzed, primed to torment. Harmless, legal, and oh so perfect for her next swim. She'd bragged loud yesterday. Phone to ear, voice carrying, he's gone Saturdays, bring your best swimsuits. I smirked, pouring the vial into the pool skimmer. Exact dose, water still crystal clear, inviting as ever. Trap set. I rigged extra cams. 3 new angles, hidden in shrubs, catching every inch of the yard. Evidence was my armor. Linda'd lie her way out of anything less. By dusk, I packed my car, big show of it, tossing a duffel in the trunk, letting her see me roll out. She was on her porch, phone glued to her ear, nodding like a conspirator. I drove around the block, parked behind Mrs. Rodriguez's place, and slipped back through my side gate, quiet, shadow-fast into the home office. The window framed the pool perfect, cams pinging live on my phone. I settled in, coffee swapped for water, and waited, calm, cop cool, ready to watch her fall. Right on cue. 2 p.m., the gate creaked. Linda strutted in, all swagger, red top bold, black skirt swapped for a swimsuit cover-up. 6 pals trailed her, designer bags swinging, champagne bottles clinking, Bluetooth speaker humming jazz. Ladies, welcome to our Saturday spot, she crowed, raising a glass. What James doesn't know won't hurt him. They giggled, nervous but lured by the cool water on a scorching day. Sunscreen came out, thick, expensive, the kind that'd trigger my trap. Linda slathered it on, arms gleaming, then dove in, splash clean and proud. Her crew followed, splashing, oblivious, the pool rippling under them. It took 10 minutes. Susan, short hair, loud laugh, scratched her arm, frowning. Linda, you feel that? Linda paddled over, smirking. Then her hand flew to her neck, nails digging. What the? She muttered, scratching harder. The itch hit fast, Susan's legs next, then another's back, red welts blooming where sunscreen met skin. Linda's face twisted, hands clawing her shoulders, her chest, panic sparking as the jazz drowned under gasps. It's the water, someone yelped, scrambling out, towel flapping as she scratched like a dog with fleas. Linda hauled herself up, dripping, clawing her arms, skin red, itchy, a nightmare she couldn't shake. Screams bounced off the fence, 6 women bolting, bags dropped, champagne spilling, a frantic exodus through my gate. "My daughter's wedding's tomorrow," one wailed, legs a scratched-up mess. Linda spun, wild-eyed, spotting a cam, red light blinking cheerful, and froze. "This was him!" she shrieked, voice cracking, nails raking her neck. They ran, designer swimsuits flapping, wet feet slapping the sidewalk, a scratching, swearing parade down the street. I leaned back, laughing so hard my sides ached, phone recording every second, jazz still swinging in the background. The footage was gold. Linda's grand entrance, the itch hitting, the chaos unfolding. I stitched it fast, older clips first. Her newspaper grabs, Rose killing, pool parties. Then this, her crew turning into a scratching mob. Uploaded it to the Facebook group, title, Pool Party Problems, and watched it blow up. That's Linda Grayson. She's been at it forever. Comments poured in, neighbors spilling their own tales, phones buzzing with shares. By nightfall, it was viral, local news pinging, itchy Linda trending. Her real estate page drowned in laughing emojis, clients bailing, her smug empire cracking. I stepped outside, pool quiet again, bubbles gone, water clear. Linda's lights were off, blinds shut tight. She'd swung hard, cops, vandalism, HOA lies, and I'd swung back quiet and sharp. The itched fade, but the shame? That'd stick. She'd pushed a cop too far, and now the whole damn town knew. One move left, let her squirm till she broke, and I'd be sipping victory while she scratched her way out of Atlanta. The Atlanta dusk settled soft and warm, a pink glow brushing the rooftops as I kicked back on my porch, a cold beer fizzing in my hand. The pool sparkled out back, clean again, no soap, no itch, just pure blue under the fading light. Across the street, Linda Grayson's house sat dark, blinds down, a faint scratch mark on her mailbox from yesterday's chaos still visible if you squinted. That video, her scratching, shrieking, running with her green-tinted crew, had gone off like a bomb. Millions of views, news vans sniffing around, the HOA group chat buzzing like a kicked hive. Linda'd pushed me hard, but I'd pushed back harder, and now, her game was up. She didn't slink away quiet. Morning after the Itch Fest, my inbox pinged. HOA complaints stacked high, unsafe pool chemicals, public nuisance, her last desperate swings. But the neighborhood had flipped. Mrs. Rodriguez posted pics of Linda swiping her paper last year. The Johnsons dropped cam clips of her eyeballing their kids' hoop. The group erupted. "She's the nuisance." Busted her in my mailbox too. And by noon, an HOA email landed. Emergency review. Linda Grayson fined for misconduct. Her real estate page drowned in itch joke comments. Clients bailing. Her smug mask peeling fast. Next day, a moving truck rumbled up. Big, dusty, parked crooked in her drive. Linda stomped out. Red top swapped for a sweatshirt. Black skirt wrinkled, hauling boxes like a sulky kid. Neighbors watched. Mrs. Rodriguez sipping tea. The Johnsons peeking over their fence. No waves, no hellos. She caught my eye once, glare hot enough to melt steel, then turned back to her packing, muttering under her breath. I sipped my beer, cool and slow, letting her stew. The street felt lighter, her petty rain boxed up and rolling out. The video done its job. Her trespassing, her vandalism, her itchy meltdown all laid bare. She'd swung with HOA rules and husband's clout. I'd swung with evidence and a little chemistry. The group chat lit up, pics of the truck, good riddance, gifs, folks laughing over itchy Linda, trending. Her agency cut ties, statement cold. We value property rights. Her actions don't reflect us. Even her pals ditched, some still scratching, dodging her calls. She tried a comeback, posted a shaky video, voice shrill. I was upholding community standards, but the comments roasted her. Upholding your itch? Nice try, Linda. And it flopped, viral for all the wrong reasons. I stayed quiet, didn't need to gloat. The footage spoke, the neighborhood listened, and she was done. That night, I fired up the grill, ribs sizzling, smoke curling through the yard. Mrs. Rodriguez brought empanadas. Should have backed you sooner, she said sheepish. Linda narked on my Christmas lights, called him too ethnic. The Johnsons rolled in, kids splashing in the pool. Proper invites this time, no sneaking. She tried banning our hoop. Mr. Johnson grinned, passing me a soda. Said it tanked property values. We laughed, chairs scraping, the pool alive with chatter and splashes, community real and easy, the kind Linda claimed to guard but choked out. A for sale sign stabbed her lawn next morning. Her house listed quick, agents scrambling to explain the itch incident to buyers. Temporary, no harm. They'd chirp, but the story stuck, local legend now. Linda took the long route out, avoiding my street, her truck peeling away with a growl. I waved, small and sharp, beer in hand, peace reclaimed. The pool glittered, a prize I'd fought for, not just mine but ours, neighbors dropping by, kids swimming, ribs grilling every weekend. Tom from 2 doors down helped set up a Labor Day bash. First time I've known folks here in years, he said, lugging a cooler. The cam stayed up. Caught birthday parties now, kids cannonballs, not trespassers. HOA meetings shrank, shorter, friendlier, no property value rants. Last week, an email pinged, news station digging. Linda stirring trouble in her new town, eyeing someone's tennis court. I chuckled, marked it red, and stepped outside. The pool water lapped gentle as I floated, cool, clear, mine. She wanted me gone. Ex-cop, new guy, whatever she pegged me as, but I'd stood my ground, turned her game into a neighborhood win. Revenge wasn't the point. Showing folks how to push back was. Linda scratched her way out, and I'd made damn sure this pool stayed where it belonged, with me and anyone who asked nice.